My name is Jacob Dietels. I operate Adelante Digital here in Daleville, just north of Roanoke. What first compelled me to contact Derek's office was happened to be the first time I met Derek. I basically overheard him speaking to somebody else about a well-known military-only insurance company that I also happen to have. And what he was saying kind of directly challenged my pre-existing belief that this company, because they were exclusive to military, basically automatically had, the lowest possible rates that weren't available to the general public, and they had the best everything. And I started thinking that maybe I hadn't considered anything else. I was just always told that they're the best. Why bother anywhere else? So I gave their office a call. Spoke to Kara. She was extremely friendly, thorough, professional, all the good stuff. After that one call with Kara, she got back to me maybe half an hour later with multiple policy options. The one I ended up going with was, provided me better coverage than this, legacy policy I'd had for years, and for an actually lower annual premium, significantly lower. So, they immediately saved me literally thousands of dollars, and of course, gave me a better policy than what I was paying more for. It was, that situation could not have been any better for me. I could tell that the questions that she was asking me were not from a little checklist that she was looking at on her computer screen. She was asking me questions that mattered, questions about my actual, situation, expenses, needs, risks, etc. And that really gave her the ability to look at all of her resources and give me something, customized and actually fit to my situation, as opposed to one of the short list of products that they're, allowed to prescribe for me. Significant differences between Derek Wiley Agency and one of the other, giant names that you see on TV, for example, is that it is essentially their sales people's jobs to, kind of fit your situation and your needs to their products, because that's all they can offer. They can't go outside of that list of offers that they have for you. A fully independent insurance agency, such as Derek Wiley Agency, on the other hand, has a long list of carriers that they can choose from and customize. And so, obviously, the more assets you have, the more valuable that becomes. With Derek's office, you call, and most likely your agent answers. The person that signed you up and that answered all of your initial questions answers the phone. They already know exactly what your current policy and situation is, because they're the ones that set it up for you. And then they're able to, immediately answer any questions you have and offer advice on, what to do immediately, what to do before the claim is filed, and all those things. I think the type of person or household or family that would find the most value with working with the Derek Wiley Agency is somebody who has probably had negative experiences in the past with an insurance agency, insurance provider, and they're tired of that, and they want something better. They want something personal. They want someone responsive, extremely knowledgeable, and who knows them, at least on some level, and is not, just passing their client account off to a call center or a third party. If someone were to ask me, why should they consider contacting Derek's office if their current insurance provider is fine and they have no problems, my answer would be, if you had a claim right now and you called the number or submitted something through the app, however your situation is set up, who would you talk to? Who's going to answer that phone? And I bet 90% of you would have no idea. You don't even know what country that that phone number is going to ring to. Um, Working with Derek's office, I know for certain that if I have an issue, a question, a claim, anything, and I call my agent, the one that set me up, that explained everything to me initially, is going to answer. They're going to, immediately be aware of my situation and have the fastest possible response time to get me straightened out and, tell me the right thing to do. And that's obviously hard to find if you don't have a personal relationship with the kind of agency that actually does that kind of thing.